Hey, it's Friday already, October 20th. It feels like we're really close to the end of the month all of a sudden. But we're also getting close to a deal, maybe from the strike. Toyota choosing Tesla and cars. Crocs? Yes. I don't know. Have you ever owned a pair of Crocs?
I never will, never have, not gonna do it. I can't stand it. It won't happen. I'm almost hesitant to read the dang story this morning.
This is one of the moments where we've never discussed this before, but I have a very identical sentiment.
Naturally. Like, we've literally never talked about Crocs because there's no reason for two grown men to talk about Crocs.
Oh, that's how we get sideways. I was once on a call with Darren Doan and the co-founder of Hurley.
Right.
And he goes, why do Crocs have holes in them? I was like, why? He goes, so your soul can seep out the bottom. So I don't think it's real like surfer wear either, I guess.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. What a way to get into a Friday.
I love it. You never know. Adrian, good morning. Thanks for being on the stream and just dropping that good morning in there. It just makes us feel so good. More Than Cars episode 2 is out in stores. Well, not in stores, but you can go on to morethancars.tv, watch it right there, or you can click through to the YouTube channel. If you want to have a little bit of fun, you can go back to LinkedIn and watch the live stream we did. We had a little bit of fun before and after. We also showed a preview of episodes 3 and 4 at the end of the live stream, which is just, that preview is hot.
It's so hot. Yeah, I'm really excited about the next couple because they're going to come in a rapid succession release order. So like, if you're excited, you're like, I need more. We're bringing more. We're coming with more, and we're coming to more cities because we have to. There's just so many good stories to tell in auto. I can't get over it. And here's the thing. Also, if you didn't know, like, and you're missing the little like vibe of More Than Cars, the music curation of our producer and of our editors has just been on point. So
good.
Nathan, our show producer, decided to put in a little Spotify playlist for you so you can search More Than Cars on Spotify. Oh, get all the vibes, you know?
I didn't realize that was live yet.
Oh, it's good.
Weekend playlist. Here it comes. What else are we talking about? Oh, we have our next ASOTU Edge webinar. We've been really having fun with this new webinar format. It's really quick shot, 25, 30 minutes tops. You're in, you're out. October 25th at 2 p.m. October 25th, 2 p.m. It's with foureyes. And the topic is, this is a great topic, Dave. The struggle is real. How data is destroying the customer experience. And if that ain't getting you interested, I don't know what is. And
what
are we going to learn here,
David
Kyle?
Steinberg and my boy Jeff Ramsey are going to be hanging out with us. Those two people are just thinking on a different level.
Yep.
So
what are we going to learn? Why are people signing up for this?
Yeah, because right now, like, there's so much focus on data, and there's so much focus on communicating with customers based on the data, but we're just creating so many lines of communication that we're not caring for the customer as we're thinking about the data. And so they're going to talk through how to care for customers through the data. It's going to be so good.
And in just 10 minutes from now, 12 minutes from now, we're going into David Long's All Things Used Car Room. We're talking about curating the perfect inventory. That's always an amazing conversation. Download the Clubhouse app, search All Things Used Cars, and come hang out with us for the next hour. But let's get into some news, shall we? This is kind of what we do on the show. We're not getting excited yet, but there seems to be a little glimmer of hope as Mike Booth, vice president of the union's GM's union department, commented, all the pieces are there. We just have to glue it together. He said that at a rally yesterday. The company and union are obviously in discussions about pensions and healthcare benefits for retirees. That seems to be what we've moved on to. Booth mentioned the union's desire for a secure pension, but they're willing to discuss terms provided there's a robust plan to safeguard members. He said, quote, people might potentially have a comfortable retirement with a set contribution plan as opposed to like an old school pension. I think that's good news.
It is good news.
Yeah, that part in the rhetoric
from the UAW side saying like, hey, we're close with GM.
Pieces on the board, man. Pieces on the board. Meanwhile, Stellantis, Ford, and GM are all still laying off workers. Another 270 layoffs announced in Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana due to UAW's ongoing strike. Stellantis is going to idle 100 UAW members at its Toledo plant. GM, 20 layoffs across Ohio and Indiana, and Ford is laying off an additional 150 at its Sterling axle plant. And they might not receive unemployment benefits. The union saying they're still going to be eligible for the $500 a week So we'll see. So far, Ford has laid off 2,700. GM's laid off 2,350 and Stellantis 1,520. So a lot of people on the sidelines.
This is a lot of people, you know. It's always a struggle for me because I'm like, I want to root for all the people that are going to get increased wages. I want to root for the OEMs to make sure they're sustainable, but I also want to root for the people that they're now having to lay off because they can't get production going. So it doesn't make sense
nothing to make.
Employ these people.
There's nothing to make.
It's like this extremely weird battle. And I'm hopeful that like the glimmer of hope that Mike Booth has said is a glimmer of hope that's happening at all three manufacturers. Cause one, I'm ready to stop giving UAW updates. Two, I'm ready to see these people get back to work and enjoy what they've worked so hard for.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Speaking of working hard towards something,
I'm telling you what.
That's a good segue.
It's time for the Halloween segue.
Yes. Yeah, we're getting too close. We're 10 11 days away.
We're going for it. We're going for it. The last domino may have fallen as Toyota announced yesterday its decision to adopt Tesla's EV charging standard from 2025 forward, joining the ranks of Ford, GM, and Nissan. Toyota, their move signals a major industry shift. There's a lot of vehicles now on that platform when Toyota says it. Yeah. The NACS standard potentially sidelining the rival combined charging system or CCS method. So starting in 2025, NACS ports will be featured in select Toyota and Lexus EVs, including an upcoming Toyota crossover manufactured in the Kentucky plant. So current Toyota and Lexus owners using the legacy CCS system will receive adapters in 2025. Yep. So NACS now we know is dominating the US market, accounting for roughly 60% of fast chargers, while the CCS system, which is, by the way, I forgot about this, is backed by Volkswagen, is in for either an uphill battle, or just get the white flag out and be like, we gave it a good shot.
This has to be a standard. I mean, it's quite clear. You have to have this is where like Apple just went to USB-C. Why? Because Europe was like, we're tired of all this waste. Gas pumps. Why do they all fit in vehicles? Because everybody was like, guess we need the same place to get gas.
Yeah, I wonder how that conversation
Same thing
went.
with electricity. This is why it's key on Toyota. One, because they are a major market player that demands a large percent of the market share. And two, and I think even bigger, is that they have not done a lot in the EV space. Mm-hmm. And so they're actually going to come to market. They're not going to have to do a lot of backtracking or sending out adapters. Yeah. They're actually coming to market with this broad scale with Lexus and Toyota. And so that I think is a big play, is like, hey, look, we actually decided as we're going to like push into the market and gain market share that we're going to be on this. Bodes well for Tesla, bodes well for the entire industry.
And Toyota is one of those companies too that just really does give Tesla a lot of compliments and say we learn from them. So, I mean, kind of surprised it took this long.
Yeah,
but there it is. There it is. Oh, speaking of
great collaborations,
why not?
That's a good segue.
That is a good segue.
That is a good segue.
So what's better than a Pixar film named Cars? How about footwear inspired by its beloved characters? And even though it's Crocs, Crocs is diving into the spotlight once again, unveiling a Mater, if you don't know the Cars character, inspired clog. They previously did a Lightning McQueen design, and this Mater clog, released on Tuesday, has design elements such as Mater's smiling face, a little engine detail, a towing hook on the back straps. The Crocs, get this, initially selling for $59, are now asking for twice as much on resale sites like StockX. Some of these Crocs collaborations have been more popular in the last couple of years as they've been trying to leverage the brand pop culture to invite people into their brand. They've previously had collaborations with companies like Hershey's and Shrek. And I was, this story was also in our daily email. And if you get our daily email, go back, scroll to the bottom, you can see some of the photos of
good
these
ones.
Brand collabs. Like, it's actually really cool. It's not going to convince me to buy a Croc.
I'm not wearing them,
but it's a great collab.
But it's fun. Adam Ross on the live stream says, I'm the world's best backwards walker. Like Tomato or the Mater, if you know, I'm the world's best backwards driver. That's backwards walking, not quite the same impact. It's almost like people are going to ask you to sit down. Hey, why don't you have a seat here for a minute? Hey, I think this highlights just pop culture awareness and the incentive of like, hey, how can we just take the current that is pop culture and use it to hold our brand up, keep our brand relevant? This absolutely front to bottom goes, front to back goes for dealerships. And the more you can think about what's going on in the community, what's going on in broader culture, thinking through different age demographics and psychographics, like how can we just do little things that make a small group of people take a step closer to us and see our relevance? Crocs, obviously not for everyone, but there's a big group of people that love them. And for those people, guess what? They moved them a little bit closer.
Yeah, I'll give you an easy one. If you're in Philadelphia or Houston or anywhere where
that's already done, man.
The World Series is going on right now, or the entire MLB championship is happening right now, the playoffs, and you're not leaning into that pop cultural moment, like what are we doing?
What are you even doing? I think you'd be really hard pressed to be anywhere near Philadelphia and not see Philly stuff all over the stores.
That's fair.
That is. But hey, I mean, even the Crocs thing, right? The Mater Crocs, obviously a lot of fans of that show, a lot of kids. Maybe you want to buy a couple dozen pair and have them in the showroom when the kids walk. Just surprise them.
Just surprise
them. They don't have to buy anything. Can you imagine the surprise and delight that's going to happen? It's going to make some kids really happy, which makes some parents really happy. And happy parents buy stuff.
There you go. I like that.
They do. Happy parents buy stuff. Put that on a t-shirt. We hope you have an amazing Friday. Heading into the weekend, whether you're off or you're selling hard, go love some people more than you love cars. Buy some Mater's Crocs and give them to Kyle because he really, really wants them.